Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Nurul Nabila binti Muhammad Isrul from AS253. Today, I would like to present about my final year project, namely as eco-friendly child air freshener by using lemongrass essential oil as a fragrance. We will start with the introduction. Commercial child freshener on the market may include variety of hazardous compounds that pose a danger to users' health. To overcome this, eco-friendly child air freshener was introduced and use natural ingredients that do not pose a danger to consumers. Fragrance gel is a product in the form of a gel that acts to release the fragrance of the environment slowly, producing a refreshing smell. For example, in this study, we are using lemongrass essential oil as a fragrance. The oil was extracted by using hydrodistillation process. Next, we will go to the research objective. There are two objectives in this study, which are to extract lemongrass essential oil from lemongrass using the hydrodistillation technique and also to produce a natural gel air freshener by using lemongrass essential oil as a fragrance. Next is a literature review. An aqueous medium containing fragrance components and a gelling agent including a carrier material allow the fragrance to evaporate gradually, leaving a pleasant odor in the air. In this project, carrageenan was used as a base for the gel freshener. It is because carrageenan has a significant gel-forming capabilities and it can be used as a gelling ingredient. The lemongrass essential oil was extracted by using hydrodistillation. The distillation time and temperature play an important role in hydrodistillation process. Longer distillation will introduce undesirable chemical, and if the temperature is too high, it can make the component in the essential oil become unstable. The major composition of lemongrass essential oil is citral. Then, I will talk about the methodology involved in this study. Before start with the hydrodistillation, the sample pretreatment need to be conducted. In a flask with 2000 ml of distilled water, 1500 of dried lemongrass was added, then it was hydrodistilled for 180 minutes. And then the extracted oil was weighed and kept for the future use. The carrageenan concentration utilized in this project were 1 gram, 2 gram, and 3 gram, and the gel was prepared by using the formulation in table 3.1. The extracted lemongrass essential oil was separated by using separatory funnel, and it was weighed, and the yield was calculated by using the formula below. Gas chromatography mass spectrometry was used to examine the composition of lemongrass essential oil. The hedonic test was used to determine the product degree of preferences. The gel air freshener was assessed by 5 panelists using the criteria listed in table 3.2. The gel air freshener produced also being tested with the organoleptic test. This test was conducted to find the most optimum texture of the gel. Other than that, the shape and the color of the gel also being observed. The produced gel air freshener was weighed every week for 4 weeks to evaluate the total liquid evaporation and the residual gel weight, and it was calculated by using the formula above. The extracted lemongrass essential oil undergoes physicochemical characterization to determine the chemical and also the physical properties. Now, we will go to the result and discussion. In the sample pretreatment, the lemongrass was cut into a smaller pieces. It is to increase the extraction yield as the size decreased. Drying the lemongrass also can help to reduce the moisture content. The amount of lemongrass essential oil extracted from the hydrodistillation was 20 ml, and the percentage yield of oil was determined, yielding 1.3%. The hydrodistillation process began at 50 degrees and gradually increased to 100 degrees. While increasing the extraction temperature might help to produce more essential oil, but it can also induce hydrolysis. When a component of essential oil interacts with the water, a chemical event called hydrolysis takes place. The lower yield may be owing to the chiller not being cool enough during hydrodistillation. As a result, there was a steam leak which led to the environment being exposed to the vapor. The hydrodistillation was conducted for 180 minutes, and we can see from the graph there are no oil yield after 120 minutes. This is due to the fact that the recommended extraction period for maximum yield is 2 hours. The remaining essential oil in the lemongrass has been reduced to a minimal amount after 2 hours of hydrodistillation as studied by the Supardan 2019. The table shows the result obtained for the acid value, solubility, and the pH of the lemongrass essential oil. The acid value of lemongrass essential oil extracted is 4.49. A high acid value will result in a poor storage quality. For edible oil, a maximum acid value of 10 is acceptable. Since the extracted lemongrass essential oil yielded a result of 4.49, which is less than 10, it is suitable for use as an ingredient in the food production sector. Lemongrass essential oil was soluble in the 70% ethanol but not soluble in water. Using a pH meter, the identification of pH was performed and the result indicates that the pH for lemongrass is 4.85. In this project, the composition of the essential oil produced by hydrodistilling the lemongrass is analyzed using GCMS technique. There were only 3 major peaks identified from the GCMS, which is citral, 2,6-octadienol, and saline 6N4-ol. Based from the table, the percentage area obtained for citral is 63.40%. The results are in contrast to those of the research by Barbosa, which found that for lemongrass oil to be regarded as a high-quality product, it must contain at least 75% of citral. The citral content in this lemongrass oil is less than 75%, might be due to the catabolism. As the leaf matured, the citral was converted into an antified oil component and also other chemical substance. Aside from citral, another molecule found in lemongrass, which is 2,6-octadienol with percentage area of 34.19% and saline 6N4-ol with the percentage area of 2.41%. All 3 gel air freshener formulations were evaluated in order to analyze the structure and the characteristic. The results shown that A1 formulation gel was semi-transparent, elastic, and soft. Gel with A2 formulation was semi-transparent, elastic, but firmer than the gel with A1 formulation. Gel with A3 formulation was more elastic, semi-transparent, and difficult to break than A1 and A2 formulations. With the time passing, the 3D structure became distorted, most likely as a result of water evaporations. The size of the A1 gel air freshener has been reduced, and the color has been changed from white to light orange. The gel was smaller than intended in the A2 formulation, and the gel became opaque and the bright orange in color, and the shape was also distorted. Lastly, for the gel with A3 formulation, it was opaque but it did not deform in the shape. The color of the gel also changed from white to the milky color. According to table 4.6, the most desired air freshener is formulation A3 with 3% of carrageenan. It may be concluded that raising the content of carrageenan will increase the gel capacity to retain the fragrance. This happens because the scent is held by the carrageenan, which has been swelled into the gel and gradually released to allow the fragrance to last longer. Table 4.8 displays the proportion of gel residual for all 3 formulations after 4 weeks. The percentage residual gel weight of A1, A2, and A3 is 32.25, 34.10, and 33.87% respectively. The A3 formulation with 3% carrageenan exhibit the higher percentage residual. According to data in table 4.8, gel with A3 formulation perform better than gel with A1 and A2 formulation in terms of holding onto evaporated material. Table 4.9 shows that the percentage of total liquid evaporation for A1, A2, and A3 formulation is 77.45, 75.90, and 66.13% respectively. This might be due to the amount of carrageenan in each formulation. Because formulation A1 includes only 1% carrageenan, it evaporates faster than formulation A2 and A3. It may be concluded that increasing the content of carrageenan in the formulation can reduce the evaporation rate of the gel air freshener. In the nutshell, the eco-friendly gel air freshener was created by employing carrageenan as a gelling agent. The hydrodistillation procedure was used to generate lemongrass oil, and the lemongrass oil was also characterized. That's all from me. Thank you.